something that you can almost live in the future. And kind of building on that, then I want to ask, just to close out, what do you think? What do you think, you guys, the meaning of life is? And actually, before that, first of all, do you fear death? Do you fear the end? And what do you think the meaning of life is? And how are you guys going to tackle that?
Ooh,
I want to start with Andre first.
Go on.
So yes, I'm gonna ask the question again, so then you have time to think about it. Because I know this guy is fucking. All right, so yeah.
For the love of God,
do you
don't
fear
add
death?
me to this.
Do you fear death? And building up from that, what do you think the meaning of life is?
I swear, if you say some bullshit, I fear us dying alone, and you look at me, I'm gonna kill you.
Just give him ammo, bro. Just give him bam. Alright, but go on.
I wouldn't say
Serious answer. We're nearly done. Finish your answer.
But I don't fear death. I fear getting old.
Go on.
Because
Isn't that the same thing?
no, because death, you can die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Getting old is like you
Getting
can't do
older
the
is
thing.
People don't know if you're twerking at a wedding or if it's Parkinson's.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing.
I don't even know if that's cancelable, but it's
not
funny.
It's funny. It's
It's
He's a
funny.
comedian, guys.
Your
He's a
brain
comedian.
work.
I
He's a
don't
comedian.
understand.
He's a very smart comedian. Go on.
Oh god, lost my train of thought. Yes, as I was
You feel getting
saying,
old, you said.
yeah, I fear getting old
You feel
because,
Asian, yeah, go on.
and when I say Asian, I don't mean like 40, 50. I mean like when you get to like the 70, 80, the part where you become a kid again, you can't look after yourself. You got other people caring for you again. You're pretty much a burden. People won't say it, but if sometimes when you get to a certain age, 80, 90 plus, you're effectively a burden on those people because they're taking time out of their day, if they're nice enough, to look after you. So most people won't, which is why in this country you have loads of older people in care homes, etc. So I do fear getting old. Death, I would only fear if it was like, for example, what was the god of death? Grim Reaper came tomorrow and said, "You're dying in a year." Have I achieved everything I want to do? No, I probably won't in the next year. Even if he did give me that deadline. So in that case, I would fear death, but I'll say getting old is worse.
And what do you think the meaning of life is?
The meaning in life, oh God, I think that's very subjective.
That's
But
why
to
I'm
me,
asking you.
listen,
Fucking
let me finish, bro. These interviews, yeah, bro. Just ask the question and finish. Better add in your own point of view.
Yeah.
That was my question. Go on.
The meaning of life is to go through life doing what you love, and also I would say spreading what you've learned, because I think we've had a chat about this in the past. It's like leaving a legacy sometimes is really important. And I don't always mean me leave a Fortune 500 company, you know. The legacy, something can be as simple as starting a charity organization in the name of your grandfather, carrying it on, and then basically making a change in the world, no matter how small, no matter how big. And then so for the future generations, maybe your great-grandchild will be like Bill Gates or something, and then take it to another level. You don't know, but make sure you're the one that starts something and then carries it over, so your name's always going to be edged in life history. Yeah.
Go on.
Wholesome.
All right.
Do you feel death? And what's the meaning of life for you?
Probably a day and night for you, brother.
So, I don't fear dying, but I fear death in the sense that the process of dying is fine, right? Don't really think about it that much. The death itself is always a question of nobody knows what comes next. It's all very it's the biggest gray area. And of course everyone has the same idea of the afterlife. Some don't believe in it, fair enough. But I'm not going to go into that. It is a fear, yes, of course, but it's not something I think about a lot. Whereas the purpose in life is kind of, like Andre said, it's very subjective, but my view of it is to do one of two things. One is to discover yourself as a person and who you are. Not what your occupation is, not what your hobbies are, not where you're from. Discover yourself on a deeper level. What do you enjoy? What's your personality? Who are you really? What do you look for in like enjoyment in things? Things like smaller details like that, where you really have to kind of take the time, you know? And number two is just become the best version of yourself, because I can't remember which movie it was, but someone said that if you got to see all the versions of yourself that you could have been, and imagine you're the worst variant, like how disappointed would
Such
you
an
be?
L.
That's like, here's what you could have been, and then this is the disappointment you actually are.
It's the quote like the true hell is when you meet the person you could have been.
Yeah, exactly. So
Don't show me the Leonardo DiCaprio version of me, I'll die.
it's like a matter of
He's
you.
handsome.
Your life is a canvas. It's on you to paint it.
Yeah.
Now you could just fucking draw on it with
Oh,
crayons and call it a day, or you could actually put the work in. Spend years if you have to. That's what your life is for, right? Build the character you want, and relish in the victories, right?
Absolutely. What do you think?
Oh yeah, no. For once, I agree with these guys. It's kind of mad. I think it was in a video game, God of War. Kratos says, "I'll welcome death once he's earned me," and that's what it's about. Because it's like, in a way, I kind of fear death because I haven't done what I wanted yet. I haven't progressed the way I wanted yet, and yeah, he has to earn me in that sense because there's stuff I need to do. Perhaps in the future there might be relationships I need to create, relationships I need to amend, and yeah, added on to the points of what everyone said here, to create a legacy. I can't just call it quits yet, and the fear is what drives you.
And the meaning for you and purpose of life, what do you think it is?
Discovery. You can never. I don't believe anyone can genuinely say I know who I am as a person, because we are finding out brand new things about ourselves every single day, and our perception of who we believe we are is different the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year. And we're ever growing, we're ever changing. So life is about exploration and discovery, whether it be means of living life, traveling, getting to relationships, being one with family, striving for a career. These are all various forms of discovery. And that's what I think it is. Our life on here is to live our lives to the fullest and understand the capacity to where from what our potential is, what we can touch, what we can't. And yeah, sky's the limit.
That's amazing. And to answer the question myself, I think I don't fear. Shut up, bro. My just cut you out the whole thing, Just like edit, just like blip, just us two to us for something.
Yeah, hat gang.
I think for me, I don't fear death. I fear non-existence. I fear not being here and not being able to do the things that I do, and not being able to feel the moments. Like today when we went and I saw that view, we all saw that view. And we were just standing there and going like, "What the this is fucking amazing." Like I fear not having that anymore, not being able to do that, and like stand there and just feel that in the air, and just like even the danger of letting that wind come and fucking push you over the edge, and like us like being scared when he was going over the edge. Like even those moments, I feel losing all of that. And so I think that's what strives, that's what pushes me to want to do things, because I feel like, if I don't get moving, if I don't do things, life is going to go, and it is going, and at some point I won't be able to do that anymore. And I think that ties into the question of what is the meaning of life. I think corny as it is, I think the meaning deep it is love. It's about like loving things, loving the person you are, loving people you're with, loving the world, loving what you do, loving your family, loving not doing that, but yeah, like love, just the process of just like existing and enjoying it all, and then like a little bit of what everyone said here, living life to the fullest, experiencing, discovering, just doing all the things that life offers you, and experiencing itself. And so thank you so much, guys. Before we go, if you have do any of you have any questions for anyone on this couch, or forever hold your peace? No? All right, so thank you very much.
Actually, I got one thing.
Go on. For all of us, we have to answer it if you have a question. It could be whatever. It could be not serious, I don't care.
Everyone to the right, me or waste, man.
Cut the tape, bro.
That's a lovely. Oh, God.
If there's one thing you can do to change dating apps to put it in your favor, what would it be?
Right. No. And create the illusion that both men and women can sign on, and then I'm going to delete all the men accounts and have one option, which is me, for all the women. Thank you.
I'm just going to become a dictator of dating app.
Yeah.
As my leave,
Tim
since
Duncan.
I said I was gonna leave a legacy, right? It's
Yeah.
probably gonna be like a day-in website, a charity website for single Pakistani men, the desperate ones.
No, it's not back and forth. Last time.
You know what? I think it's very important for each of us to support each other's dreams, especially our aspirations that we will teach each other, right? So he was talking about leaving a legacy, but they also mentioned about raising charities. And you know what? I raised a charity to finally raise funds for Andre to get back to fucking Goa. You absolute animal.
I'll take it. I'll take your money and run, bro.
Do you want to answer Andrew's question or?
His question.
Yeah.
What's your question?
How would you rate dating us in your favor?
No, it's for his favor.
I said, how would you change dating apps to support single Pakistani men?
Or the other question is, how are you going to create fundraisers to send him back home?
Alright, fuck that.
You're both dogs. I have no closing thoughts.
No closing thoughts. Alright, I'm gonna do closing thoughts then. Alright, guys, this has been amazing. Thank you so much.
Donald Trump, finish your job for fuck's sake.
Alright, Donald Trump, nice mugshot.
Build shit.
Closing thoughts.
Worst ad-libs, I swear.
Closing thoughts. Let's go.
Yeah, it was a great time doing this.
Get my fucking shit. Alright, guys, thank you so much. Don't listen to them. We're all good people, good liberals. You know, I love you guys. Turn a bit. Bye.